and welcome to the Nobodies for Trending Minnesota Truce.
757 Living, Spanberger, and her moderate agenda.
For Life Unfiltered, new year, new you, how to have constant energy.
Fan Zone Championship Sunday recap.
For Gummy Bears, am I the a-hole for refusing to go to my sister's wedding after what she said about me? I'm Kashmir.
I'm Jackie.
And we are the Nobodies.
757.
Thank you everyone so much for joining us here today. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube or take us on the go through podcast platforms or watch our tidbits on Facebook, Insta, X, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. And it's been quite a week, I can say.
Oh yeah. Man, do the wheels of news keep turning. It keeps giving us stuff for trending. And then it's sad too.
All in Minnesota too. It's like this little cesspool of...
It's disheartening. I was thinking before I even came up here to do the show with you, like one last little thought came through my mind. You know, we're Americans, and it's so sad that we've become this divided. And I'm not saying everywhere, just in certain locations and localities in certain counties that are sanctuary cities or sanctuary counties or states, I guess cities, states. But that's what's so sad is the line between of what we believe is right. Like me and Kashmir, we believe that we wouldn't go impede ICE and we wouldn't put ourselves in danger because we actually don't think that innocent people are being deported. We think real criminals are being deported. But like Kashmir said, on the other side, they really believe that there's this group of minorities that are being treated horribly.
I mean, I have something to read, but like yesterday, I want to say like, how should I say this? I felt like our biggest like thing we were going to talk about today was going to be about the church, like and the people getting arrested. And then they had the whole like 5-year-old narrative being nabbed by ICE, which wasn't true. And then so that's kind of what we focused on, at least I did. And then I was trying to get through all the Virginia laws. And then I heard about the Alex Preddy thing. And I kind of like shut it off in my head because I know how the media twists narratives and things. But then I started seeing it more and more pop up in my feed. And then like I finally watched the video and there's just so many things you could take from it. But just the sad thing is this is not good what's going on both sides.
Both sides. It needs to de-escalate. Just because we want to de-escalate doesn't mean that we don't believe in policies, the policies of removing criminal, illegal aliens.
I think both sides do need to de-escalate because the one side, you have the protesters, like you said, they're really believing in this cause. But then there's also the paid people, like they're really targeting ICE. And it's gotten out of control where they're like biting their fingers off, like ICE's finger off, and then they're like screaming at them, blowing whistles.
They have like water bottles that are frozen and they throw them at your head. Mm-hmm. Remember they dragged Tim, was his name Tim Sorter through the street?
Or Nick Sorter.
Nick Sorter, sorry. They dragged Nick Sorter through the street. James O'Keefe was just there. He said it's really bad. He had someone with him from the Marines, and he was saying this is bad. Like in other countries, it seems like we're in another country. And Cam Higbee, he just found the signals.
Oh, the signal chats,
Signal chats, and it's a lot of people in the government of Minnesota that are on these chats. And even Renee Good was on the chat, and so was Alex Preddy.
What are these chats, though?
They are chats to find ICE and to confront ICE and to get rid of ICE out of the state. And they even have a written manual of how to be an ICE agitator. It's not something that's just popped up.
It's not like organic. Like
it's not organic. Thank you. It's a
contrived.
It's a contrived paid protest of people in Minnesota government who even have access to the license plates. So they know who's coming in and out of the state. Who has access to license plates? We don't.
And then on the other hand, you have ICE and they're just bombarded with this environment. And then that's when bad things can happen. Like I was coming on and I was like going to say, you know what? Maybe we just need to get out of there. Like it's not worth like because PR is
like pull back
really bad. Like pull back, assess what's going on because this is bad there. Like it's not good.
Well, it's not happening in any other state like Texas. It's not happening in other places that are cooperating with ICE.
Even Portland, like it's bad there, but there's nothing like this where people are being killed. Like this is beyond a level. And I think it's because the scam and the fraud, like
It
all the
is.
fraud
It's
that's
trying to
going on.
detract from it.
Mm-hmm.
But the fraud, it's going to come out anyways. The fraud's going to come out. I just pray for America. I do pray for their families. I pray for
Yeah.
Renee Good and her children that are still alive. I know we pray for Alex Pretty and his family, and we pray for the ICE. We pray for people that are working in ICE because they're real people.
I
And
agree.
they say that it's like it is a propaganda war over there because they want to show you all the bad pictures of ICE being bad. But if you look at the list, which is really sad, I followed this girl on X, her name's Alex Day, and she shows the list, which is sad. 2 people's lives were lost, Renee Good and Alex Pretty, but because that's not I don't want to say that to say that their lives aren't worth anything. But the list of people that have died or have been murdered or have been raped or have been really hurt by illegal aliens, if you go on X, her name's Alex Day, the list is so long. So we need to take care of these criminal illegal aliens and get them out of our country. And we need to vet people. That's why you want to come here legally so that you can be vetted and we can know who you are. We're not just open border state.
That Biden did.
Open border country.
And so before coming on, this is Monday. We do record on Mondays, but there was like a truce, it seems, thank God, between President Trump and Tim Walz.
I pray that it really happens.
Me too. Well, maybe Walz wants to do it because of the fraud, but this is exactly what Trump posted on Truth Social. Governor Walz called me with a request to work together with respect to Minnesota. It was a very good call, and we actually seem to be on a similar wavelength. I told Governor Walz that I would have Tom Homan call him and that what we are looking for are any and all criminals that they have in their possession. The governor very respectfully understood that, and I will be speaking to him in the near future. He was happy that Tom Homan was going to Minnesota, and so am I. We have had such tremendous success in Washington, D.C., Memphis, Tennessee, and New Orleans, Louisiana, and virtually every other place that we have touched, and even in Minnesota. Crime is way down, but both Governor Walz and I want to make it better. President Trump.
Yeah, I like that. And I hope that it happens.
I do too.
Because it's not widespread. I wanted to read this to you. There's 9 counties, only 9 counties in America that have 63% of the violent confrontation.
Really?
One of them was LA. One of them was Portland, and then Minnesota, that area. But it's not a lot. Other states are cooperating with ICE. And I think what's sad is they call ICE untrained
Nazis,
untrained officers, and then they're calling them Nazis and they're calling them fascists. And I think that's why it's so scary, because it's creating this idea about ICE that they're like the Gestapo, like they're going to take people and they're going to hurt people. And that's not the truth, because if you had more stories of the truth of like
help the little
when
boy.
ICE helped the little boy, the 5-year-old, they took him to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like if you heard the stories of ICE helping people and you heard more of that, you would have a different story. But one guy I followed too I've seen him before on Jesse Waters, but if you ever wanted to follow him, his name is Michael Schellenberger, and he's on X and Instagram, and he gave a really good analysis of what's going on, but basically said, yes, we can dispute the tactics of ICE. That we should. We should dispute the tactics of ICE and what they're doing. That we don't want them to be crazy,
unhinged
ICE officers just, ruling the land. Nobody wants that. But at the same time, you have to see that the legacy media, which I don't even like calling them that, so the mainstream media, and you see what's sad is Walz and all the people up there in Minnesota and all the people in those 9 counties that are very radical, they're saying, okay, you're a Nazi, you're a fascist. I mean, you've seen Charlie Kirk, he got shot in the neck because of this activism.
Yeah. And that's why it's very promising that we see Trump and Walz coming together. And another issue too was like law enforcement wasn't helping ICE, so ICE is just all out there. And like Minnesota's like the wild, wild west. It's like there's no law or order.
It's crazy.
And hopefully like there can be a truce. And it can bring the temperature down, and where we won't have to be talking about this every single week of the year.
I think, too, that we just have to face, too, that Minnesota's very liberal.
Yeah.
Like Bill O'Reilly's like, I've been warning you guys, Minnesota's crazy. And they're far left, and you have to understand that. And me and Kashmir are not far left.
No.
I mean, we have sympathies. We don't want people dying.
Mm-mm.
We don't want our eyes to be the Gestapo. We're not, we're not like that. But at the same time, we don't want criminal, illegal aliens in this country raping 12-year-old girls, hurting women, grown women that went out on a jog and now they're dead. They're gone. They can't be there for their family.
Exactly. I almost was waving the white flag, though. I'm like, you know what? Minnesota can have them bad people. Let's go. And
I think we all want to wave that flag. It's sad.
It's like,
I don't think we should ever be that proud to want change that bad that we're
going to force it on people.
We're going to force it on people that don't want it.
And that's why I'm grateful that they are making efforts. At least it seems like it.
It seems like it right now.
So that's the positive thing. We will keep you all posted on what happens. And before we get to the Virginia law, though, we need to talk about the church thing.
The church. And her name is, I always forget her name.
Harmeet Dillon.
Sorry, Harmeet Dillon. And I've seen her on Tucker before, but she's under Pam Bondi, and she is really good.
Yeah.
And she's prosecuting the case in Minnesota where they went in and they stormed the church.
Mm-hmm. And so there was 3 big arrests. Nikema Levy Armstrong, which she was the BLM person.
And she's a lawyer.
Yeah. Oh, but guess what she does? She has a charity, This was reported by Megyn Kelly.
Wow.
And her salary is $1 million, and she's only given away $700,000. So she's keeping 65% of the money that's given to her for herself or for her organization.
It shows you they're not really in it for the cause.
And Chantil Louisa Allen,
school board member.
Mm-hmm. And then the crazy ICE activist,
William Kelly.
Yeah.
I found him on X, and he likes to cross-dress and talk about himself, but it's like he's a double personality. He's like this really aggressive man in their face, and he's a paid agitator, but then he's like this cross-dressing little foofy man.
Ooh. And Don Lemon, the magistrate judge, wouldn't allow them to get him, but that doesn't mean, because he seems on the bad news bears list. And we mentioned the FACE Act last week, which was with the abortion clinics, where
you can't disrupt a religious place of service or people trying to go to get an abortion.
But the magistrate judge would not allow them to charge these people on that. So now they're going through the KKK Act, which was developed during the Reconstruction era, which is a conspiracy to deprive people of their Constitution rights, and which prohibits conspiring to intimidate people from exercising their rights.
And there was
that's a felony.
Yeah, and there's complete intimidation going on. I read on X, they showed the affidavits from the victims. The one family was trying to go down the stairs because that's where the childcare was in the church, and they blocked them from getting to their children. Could you imagine how scared you would be? You would think they were being hurt down there.
I know.
And then another family went out to their van. They surrounded the van, screaming, yelling at them, telling them how horrible they were. They were Nazis. And they're afraid for their lives because they're on the church website.
Oh,
the picture of their families on the church website.
Oh, gosh.
You said the one.
The people in the daycare or the childcare telling them that your parents are Nazis and evil.
And they're going to burn in hell. I'm like, wow. So they're in jail. So Nikema Armstrong, Chantel Allen, and William Kelly's in jail, which is funny. It looks like Don Lemon's getting away with it. But from what Harmeet Dillon says, he just keeps throwing her, what do you call that in football? Throwing you the
pass or throwing you a Hail Mary.
Hail Mary, because he keeps talking on the internet, and it's like he's implicating himself. So she's like, keep it up, Dawn.
Yeah, and we'll see. I think she wants to get more people, because you don't want people afraid to do their constitutional right of worship. So I'm really happy how that case is going, and that it happened immediately. And we want more cases where the Justice Department is going after things,
and that they favor the Christians, because the Christians are who are going to be targeted. Because see, we don't believe in the far left's agenda because we're Christians. We can't believe in it. We can't believe in abortion and death.
No.
We can't believe in that stuff. We can't believe in going out and fighting ICE. We wouldn't do it.
No.
I mean, the Bible tells us not to do that. The only way that we would ever do it is if truly our government was going to take away every right we had that's God given to us.
Thankfully, we live in a country that we have freedom of religion, and we just want that right protected, and we want people safe, and we just want this to be neutralized. I mean, this is more than politics. This is something serious. And
It
we
is
just
really serious. And it does look like after the fraud got exposed, then all chaos broke loose in
or all hell
Minnesota. All
broke
hell
loose.
broke loose in
Mhm.
Minnesota. And that's what it really looks like, because I know that we'll probably have more to talk about, but Dr. Oz, he's already over there in Minnesota and found a whole huge warehouse that's full of Medicaid fraud and Medicaid businesses that operate into there.
Crazy, crazy.
Just wanted to throw that one out there.
So now for 757 Living, this is what we did most of our research on this weekend, is Spanberger and her moderate agenda. Oh!
I know, it's so moderate.
Hold on one second. We are going to roll the clip real quick of us and what we said after the election. We just started, so maybe everyone didn't see it, but we made warnings, and here's what we said.
So, what is your reaction to the election results?
I'm laughing because I expected this deep in my heart. I just had a feeling, because there's too many No Kings rallies, and they think Trump is taking away their democracy through executive orders. And Jay Jones, though, surprised me a little bit, but not too much. But I was a little surprised by that people are that, hard.
Guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. What about you, Kashmir?
Well, I hope Spanberger is really a moderate and wants to unify us, but if prices go up, I told you, beached wells, I told you, and illegal crime increases, I told you. I mean, I'll be fine. God's gonna bless me, it's gonna be okay, but I told you.
Well, thank you both for sharing your thoughts.
And like I said, I told you. And this is,
She did tell you.
and we got this whole list here, and we're going to
I
read
tried
it all.
to tell you too. I don't want to be like I told you so, because I do have compassion for voting for the wrong people. I've did that before, so I understand. I hope she will come in as a moderate. I hope that we're not being sarcastic. I mean, this one guy started following. He's in the Senate of Virginia, and he hopes she comes in as a moderate. I mean, we pray she comes in as a moderate.
Well, you had the theory that maybe like they're putting all this stuff out there, and then they're gonna like she'll be the
That was
force.
his
Yeah.
theory. Yeah.
All right, let's start with law enforcement. These are executive orders first. She revokes requirements for state police to assist federal immigration enforcement, focusing on local crimes. But this could happen like with Minnesota. If we don't have local officers involved, then ICE is on their own and the protests can happening.
And are we going to be a sanctuary state? Is that what she's saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is an executive order. We have no say.
Yeah.
She's just making the decision for the people.
And then next one, you mentioned this.
Rejoining, it's called Reggie. Governor Youngkin got us out of this, where you pay a fee to belong to this emissions group it's a nonprofit out of New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why are we paying to be in this nonprofit group to act like we're good carbon emitter people?
I don't know.
I don't understand that. And if it's going to cost us $1 billion, why wouldn't we want that to go back to the taxpayers? I think Governor Youngkin's going to look really good now.
Mm-hmm. And another reason, so I'm just going to group these three about the tax laws, is so the Virginia state tax rate can rise from 5.75 to 13.8%, which would make it the highest in the country, higher than California, higher than New York. And they're doing creation of higher income tax brackets at 8 and 10%, and a 10% bracket for over $1 million. But guess what? Glenn Beck was saying that the federal workers are going to get a tax break.
That's not right.
And Glenn Beck was also mentioning, too, how, like, you're basically punishing people who are successful in making money.
Yep.
Okay, and now we are on to the HBs, which I didn't know it means House Bill.
I know, that's so sad. I took government school. I'm all HB.
HB. I'm like, oh, House Bill, or SB would be Senate Bill, all right?
Okay, this one is really gets under my crawl. Racial discrimination in contracting.
HB 61.
Yeah, so they prefer women and minorities in government contracts, setting goals for minority business preferences, but mandated set-asides could favor identity over competitive merit. So your identity matters over competitive merit. And for discretionary contracts under $100,000, just listen to this. This is disgusting. White men are barred from even being considered. White men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is going on? Is this like reverse racism?
Yeah.
And this bill allows agencies to award contracts to women of minority-owned firms. So not white women.
Woman or minority.
Oh, sorry. So you can be a white woman or minority woman that own firms.
Or minority men.
Or minority men.
Yeah.
Just can't be a white man.
Yeah.
That's so whacked. Who writes these bills?
I don't know. Who's
in Congress?
HB.
Yeah.
All right. HB 900, which I was a little upset with this, but then I realized the people who voted in Spanberger, they're in Northern Virginia, but increased sales tax for transportation in Northern Virginia. So that's Amazon, Uber Eats, FedEx, UPS.
Imagine how much they use Amazon, Uber Eats over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And FedEx and UPS.
Yep.
What are they trying to put UPS and FedEx out of business so that they can have the
post
governmental
office?
post office? Well, this one, it's so funny because they were saying this is all about extended taxes to following services. And to me, it's like trying to put out small businesses. So counseling services, dry cleaning and laundry, home repairs and maintenance, landscaping, cleaning services, and to hurt the middle class.
Yeah.
Vehicle repairs, storage units, shipping services, travel planning, website hosting, data and storage, and digital personal property.
HB 978, more taxes.
Yes.
This was about affordability. Look at all these taxes coming through.
And you gun owners, just wait till Kashmir is going to talk about HB 919.
11% firearm and ammunition tax. Okay, that's pretty bad. I mean, we already have a bad fast food and restaurant tax. That's horrible.
It's horrible. 11%. Oh, now on firearms and ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
HB 968, a ban on hand counting ballots. It mandates machine use over manual counts. And we know that those machines are messed up. And they're even saying those machines came from Venezuela, and there's some proof. That's going to help out the pillow man.
Mm-hmm.
And down in Georgia.
Next, okay, Jackie, I have a plan.
This one.
We're going to make our money now. We're going to go.
This is so whack.
Let's go open our daycares. HB 1369, ban from Virginia from requiring nonprofits to verify whether people are eligible for certain federal tax benefits. So basically, nonprofits do not have to verify their status to get federal money. So, I'm not don't blame me if you do some corrupt stuff.
That's just whack.
Like, why would you even want to do this?
We don't even, oh man, go start a medical transport vehicle.
Just file the cars and get the money.
God.
Oh, this one, it's bad.
I don't like this one. HB 863, minimum sentencing for, which this is asinine, manslaughter, rape, possession and distribution of child pornography, assaulting a law enforcement officer, and other repeat violent felonies.
So they're basically getting rid of the minimum sentencing. I should have included that.
You know what's going to happen.
Crime's going to go up. We're not going to be safe. Oh, and HB 244, weaker sentencing for robbery.
Lock your doors and get yourself a camera.
Yeah, and the stores, are we going to have everything locked up like California? This seems like we're turning into California here.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, we do not have the landscape and the beauty to pull this off.
No.
Like, to be like this. Okay, are we at...
HB 557. So, new personal property tax on landscaping equipment.
We were wanting to get rid of personal property tax. Now they're going to get more. Is Papa's lawnmower going to be in jeopardy?
I know, and then think about all the people that have business in landscaping.
Or... HB 881, ban gas-powered leaf blowers.
I'm going to go buy a bunch of them.
I know, me too, because I'm going to use them still, too.
Me too.
But don't come and arrest me, please. But let me read this because I think I chopped it off.
It's okay. Thank you.
HB 773 is absentee ballot cure process, which is extending the time absentee ballots can be received.
Nope.
Like up to 3 days after Election Day.
Nope.
What? It's more fraud to have them all pile in?
We want it counted that night.
Mm-hmm.
So is this HB? I think so.
Oh no, HB.
Sorry, HB 1070.
Mm-hmm.
Hiding prior convictions, now that's not good. Preventing disclosure of past crimes in trials, but withholding relevant information could bias proceedings against fair justice. Like you said last night, even Liz. Oh, so someone could be a rapist and you wouldn't have to say it?
Or like if they're lowering the minimums, who knows? You could get parole. Oh, okay. What about this one? HB 1442 bans immigration law from being enforced 40 feet from polling centers. How are illegal...
Why would ICE be next to the polling center?
Well, no, but how are illegals voting in elections? Why would that even need to be an issue?
It shouldn't be.
Cheaters.
They are cheaters.
I saved the best for last.
Yeah, this is... Oh, God. I had a teacher who really hated Columbus. HB 858, replace Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day.
Okay, the two things. Oh, well, yeah, they're looking to have pay raisers.
They want a pay raise.
Pay raise for lawmakers. Some of these we didn't get the actual laws because we've listed a lot. So
No, I think we've given you what's going on in Virginia, and a lot of people are upset.
Let me just, so
You wanna
pay
say
raises for lawmakers. So they're trying to get a raise in Congress after raising all our taxes. And then education for our children to include transgender, queer in schools. And then, people to cast their votes electronically through the internet.
Yeah, whoa. I was like, no, I don't trust anyone.
And then
you can't even trust AI.
$500 sales tax on firearm suppressors. Okay, that's weird. And then
You can't arrest illegal aliens in courthouses.
and to install speed cameras.
Yeah, so they can make more money off of us. Oh, and I want you to know this.
Yeah.
There was a lot of money that Governor Youngkin raised for us. And we got money in that little coffer. She wants to raise the taxes on us, Virginians, when he gave us a surplus. That is not right.
No. And so what can they do? You said in April, it's really important.
They want to get rid of the non-bipartisan board that drew the lines for voting. They want to get rid of that board that we, the people, put in, and they want to draw the lines. Congress wants to draw the lines. The liberals do, so that the people that are Republicans in the state will not have a vote.
And we're going to put this all on our website for you to see for yourself. But we did Google the HBs and have corroborated, because I seen a lot of this just on X, where it was just a list. And we put the laws to back it so you guys know what's being voted for. Call your congresspeople. Tell them, no, we don't want higher taxes.
No, we don't want higher taxes.
No fraud. None of this corrupt. This is not moderate.
No, and we don't
people.
want minimum sentencing for perverts.
No, and we don't want robbers running. But fraud, nonprofit verification, you did that to yourself, so I can't say. How can you be so stupid? But, okay.
So we just pray that maybe Spanberger will come in and be moderate.
I hope so. We can hope and
pray.
And we can use our voices to say what's going on. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about New Year, New You, about how to have constant energy. Woo!
Woo-hoo.
Hey, Hampton Roads, are you looking for a hairstylist? Then I have the perfect person for you. Tanya Waters, located in the heart of Norfolk at Edward Johnson Salon, and 30 years of experience. Plus, she's my mom. Do you think this hair is natural? And she has a great deal for you. With any service, you get a free, that's right, F-R-E-E, free deep conditioner. How do you get this deep conditioner? You call 757-652-8353. Again, that's 757-652-8353 and mention the Nobodies. Welcome back to Life Unfiltered. We're continuing our series, New Year, New You, by going over chapters from The Power of Positive Thinking. And this week, Jackie, we're going over how to have constant energy.
I know I need constant energy. I remember when I first read this book, I felt bad because I always nap. And I was judging myself. And I've always judged myself for being a good napper. Because it just comes easily to me. Some people it doesn't, but it does. It comes my way. But that's not what it's talking about. It's telling you that through surrender and surrender in your mind, because it says this, it says, how we think we feel has a definite effect on how we actually feel physically. If your mind tells you that you're tired, the body, the mechanism, the nerves, and the muscles accept that as fact. But in the book, he's saying the gist is when you surrender to God and his divine power and his word, and you speak his word over yourself, and you surrender your idea of, I guess, how much energy you should really have, you find his true energy for you.
I actually don't remember the exact passage, but he basically was saying too, we need to be in tune to God's time and not our own. And when that's misaligned, then you're feeling like you're expending more energy that's needed on something.
You're burning yourself at both ends. I guess you could say that. And I was thinking too, when I told Kashmir, because we were thinking, God, how do we talk about this? This chapter. And I thought to remind her, look at all the things that we have bought to try to have energy. We did the roundhouse kick provision from Chuck Norris.
Yes.
And then we did another one. It was like a to help you stay in ketosis.
Mhm.
And that gave me and my sister heart palpitations.
Another person too, I know they had some heart issues after doing it. I'm like, oh, don't send it back. That
Yeah.
stuff is bad.
Or like my cousin, she loved Red Bull.
Mhm.
And then, or I used to take the little 5-hour energy drinks.
Yes.
So, I mean, and you see out there, I Googled it, there's so many things like saying, here, do you want this for energy? But he's telling you in this book that contact with God
Mhm.
will give you the flow. It will give you the energy that you need to be sustained.
Yes.
I think I'm saying that right?
I think so. Like this phrase, it was so to avoid tiredness and to have energy, feel your way into the essential rhythm of the Almighty God in His works. To accomplish this, relax physically, then conceive of your mind as likewise relaxing. So, like, us being so hyped up is actually stealing us from the energy that we need because we're basically using our energy on our emotions.
That
and
makes sense.
not being lined up to God.
Yeah. Because he was saying that your mind and the thoughts that you have can interrupt your energy. So if you have like a guilty mind, or say you're trying to.
Well, it says, to live with constant energy, it's important to get your emotional faults corrected.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to say.
You will never have full energy until you do.
I can see that with myself.
They say hate blocks energy, and then people who lack energy are disorganized to one degree or another by their deep fundamental emotional and psychological conflicts.
I can see that. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. And it's depleting me. And then if I would just be still and be with God and then meditate on His word, what a difference that would make. And it has made a difference because I have done it, but I can see my past self being so busybody, and it just draining me and depleting me.
I know one thing that drains and depletes me is like thinking of things I have to do and thinking of doing them. Like, I don't know why, like having like a checklist like that, it just really sometimes makes me like, scatterbrained.
Yeah, I think mine is more to escape my thoughts instead of just sit there and deal with my thoughts. So just keep busy and just do stuff. And you don't even realize what a pattern you make of it. Another part, what I liked was he said, when contact with the divine energy is broken, the personality gradually becomes depleted in body, mind, and spirit. And he said it was like an electric clock. You know, the clock will continue to run until it's unplugged. And that he's saying that we have to be plugged into God to have that constant energy. He's the constant energy because he's the energy of everything. What did he say here? He said, let me find it. So you have to think about this. God is the source of all energy in the universe, atomic energy, electrical energy, and spiritual energy. Indeed, every form of energy derives from the Creator.
So how do you feel then that we do that then? Because it seems like it's just such an easy thing. Oh, just be connected with God and then you'll have energy. What do you think that means?
Well, I like the one example he gave of the pitcher that he had to say to himself. He had to put positive thoughts through his mind so he could stay through the game pitching. He quoted scripture. He said, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." So he said he put that energy producing word in his mind. For me, I think I'm more like the example in here was, I'm not saying I'm smart like him, but the example was Thomas Edison. He would just take naps throughout the day.
Yeah.
And then when he would just take a nap and then he'd get back to his business and he just was peaceful at his naps and then he would get right back to work. For me, that's how I have to take time to just be quiet and still. And usually I end up falling asleep. But I do have more energy in the end.
I know he mentioned too in this chapter, I don't have the exact quote, but just like just because you're connected with God through energy, that doesn't mean that won't go through suffering or physical limitations.
He's just trying to show you how to have a well-balanced emotional life. Because I guess a lot of it has to do with your emotions.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I would run a lot. I don't want to deal with any of my emotions. So I'd be at the busy work, keeping myself busy.
And then he gave an example of someone who had an affair.
Oh, yeah.
And then so he was trying to sleep and he's like, what is a clergyman to help me with? And he's like, well, you're trying to sleep with fear and guilt with you. How are you going to sleep and truly rest if you don't deal with what's going on? And I think that was a pretty drastic example, like someone having an affair. But like, think of being angry at your spouse or someone you're close with and not dealing with it. And then that's just sitting with you. or having fear, like not trusting God with your fear, but just having all these anxieties and worries, like that is going to drain your energy because you're basically not putting your energy in what God wants you to do. You're putting in yourself, and then also the like
And you're expecting yourself to pull you through.
yeah, which I've sadly done that.
Yeah, does that work?
No.
It hasn't worked for me either.
And then you're also putting your energy in allowing the devil or the enemy to come in and infiltrate your life more. You're basically giving the devil a place in your mind, and that's disconnecting you from God. And then you're basically, your energy is being depleted into the devil's like footsteps or
Yeah.
table
Yeah,
by doing
like
that.
he's sitting at your table, like that one book. But
Mhm.
I liked what happened, even though that was an extreme example. He was afraid to come out with the truth because he was actually a good guy. He wasn't he wouldn't usually do that, have an affair with a married woman. But then once he just came to let the truth come out, he could
Yeah.
sleep, and then it was like, no, I'm going to let the truth come out because I'm going to get right with God and, let just whatever happens, happens. But then he found rest.
Because I think it's like not trusting God because he was fearing what could happen. But sometimes we just have to submit to God and also the guilt. Like say, I made a mistake, God, forgive me of my sins, and
Yes.
really accept that God and Jesus will forgive you if you are a Christian, because if you believe in Jesus Christ, he will, abolish the sin. And then God will help you through if you have to deal through any consequences of a mistake. And you can't hold yourself to that, because if you're holding yourself to the past, then you're directing your energy in the wrong spot.
True. I can think of too, like another example, and he didn't give this example, but I'm thinking like, what if you are sick? What if you have cancer? What if you have irritable bowel syndrome, or you have like Crohn's disease, or you have some autoimmune disease, or just
Yeah.
something that you're dealing with and you don't have the energy? That's where you will want to come to God and lean on him for the energy and rest in him. I think that's the takeaway from this chapter, is why he can give you, what was it, constant energy?
Yeah.
Because the constant energy, like you're saying, is from him.
Yeah.
So in any time of need, he'll be there for us. Because I've seen people go through really hard times. And I mean, I've went through some hard times too, but I've seen people deal with cancer, and it's really depletes your energy.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks the life out of people. And I've seen, though, God rescue people. I've seen him help them. And I've seen that when they turn to God, that he renewed them.
Amen.
But sometimes there is a place where we are constantly we are going through sicknesses and illnesses, and we're learning through the things we suffer. And sometimes, we want to be like, well, I want done with this.
I want to be healed.
Yeah, I want to be healed. I want the energy back that I had. But I think that's where you let your mind go. You let your mindset and your way of having it. And you say, no, God, I put myself into your hands because I know you're the healer. I know that you will give me the energy that I need. And I'm
Yeah.
going to depend upon you for it. And I think that's what that chapter is trying to say, for you to have constant energy. Because like I told you, when I first read it, I was like, oh, I can't be a Energizer bunny. I try to be. And then I'm one of those people that I go Energizer and then I'm down.
Yeah, there was something which sorry, I don't want to just jump through. But I did really love what you said, because like, I feel like if you don't have the mental or physical energy, like there's still like a joy in being still that you can have in being with Jesus and really giving your energy to him. Because even though you're going through a hard time, he will help you get through it.
He will.
And I know myself personally, I've had the times where I actually complain and don't go with resting and trusting in God during that time. Those are times where I've had to learn. And I think just knowing, even if you're going through physical issues, mental issues, have horrible diagnoses, like
through him, sorry.
Yeah,
Well, I was just going to say, through him, he always shows you the brighter side, the better side.
Mhm.
He always shows you the cup is half full, not empty.
There was something I wanted to bring up from the chapter, but another thing, that another scripture is, he who refreshes others will be refreshed.
I love that scripture.
And sometimes I feel in my mind like, oh, I have so much to do. Like, I can't help this person right now. But then I always say in my head, no, he who refreshes others will be refreshed
himself.
And I feel like that's something that, because you're giving energy to others, and then that in turn will give you energy. And I've witnessed that through my life. But I want to say in like the last year.
Yeah, I wanted you to bring this up.
Yeah, because I was going through a period in my career. He says it like this, which I actually felt it, is a case of diminishing energy is staleness. The pressure, monotony, and unceasing continuity,
Yeah, continuity.
continuity or of responsibilities dull the freshness of mind that a person must approach his work successfully. During such a condition of mind, the expenditure of greater energy is required to do with difficulty what one formerly did with comparative ease. As a result, the vital powers are hard put to it to supply the force required, and the individual often loses his grip and power. And
I'd say it's like losing your mojo.
yeah, and I felt like that completely happened. By the end of my career, like 1 week, all I was doing was organizing my emails. Like I documented a lot of things that I did. And when I pulled up like emails of like where I went over my weekly tasks, and I was just like, how in the world did I sustain that? Like, I mean, I was a constant like worker person. And everyone says like I was the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
Like I was just going boom, 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 boom. I would get to work at 9:30, stay till 6:30. And at this point in my career, I was struggling just to get there at 10:30.
Would you say in the beginning though there was joy
Yeah, no, I felt like that was very
and
purposeful.
there was purpose?
Yeah, and what I was doing. And I'm not going to lie too, there were hard times. There was personalities I was dealing with, and there was drama situations, but I don't know why I kept pushing through, and I knew that the work I was doing was valued. And I'm not to say that what I was doing at the end wasn't valued, but it also was a different type of work and a different type of feeling where he was talking about energy and fear. I felt like a lot of the work that I was doing, I was having to do it as in a way of not to upset certain people and to make sure that they were happy.
You were walking on eggshells.
Yeah. And I had backlash where like I was told on a presentation, oh, this is cartoonish and off brand. And I'm just like, I did 60 slides and that's the only thing you can say to me. And then everyone's freaking out. Like, how do we make this person happy? And it's like,
that would deplete your energy.
Yeah, because I'm basically trying to do this pressure mold of trying to please someone with them really not telling me what they want, and then getting it through other people telling me, oh no, he wants this, or no, he wants that.
Yeah.
And then also like I would be doing these spots or ads, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, it's great. And then like literally the day before they come to me like, oh, there's something wrong, you got to fix it. And it's just like that type of stress and pressure. Like it was working out of fear because it's like, I already know I'm going to do this wrong. I already know they're not going to like it.
And that's what he's saying in the book, is that fear and that's attacking you mentally will drain you physically.
Oh, I was drained. And I was like, my back, like, I mean, I'm rehabbing it now, but it's not the same. Like, I'm not going through that same pain anymore because I feel like it was attacking me physically. It was attacking me mentally. And now, like, I mean, I am a late bird, so I do get up later, but I feel like I have so much more energy in doing this. And even though, like, some days, like, we record on Tuesday and I only have one day to get the show out, and I have the energy to do it. And it's like,
I know. Everybody, like our family saying, do you ever have a day off? But there's joy in it.
Because I feel like it's a purpose in what God's wanting us to do. And if you're really struggling in something, it is a sign that maybe God has something else for you.
Yeah.
Like I do. Like just really seek God. If you really feel like your energy is being depleted, or you just feel something's not right, or you're not who you used to be, that's when you need to seek God. You need to pray and really see.
And there's nothing wrong with starting a new chapter.
Yeah, or waving the white flag and just
because
being like,
God can provide money. He can provide anything you need if you really seek him. And that's his will for you to give you your energy back, give you your peace of mind back.
Yeah. And also, too, I can say people can deplete your energy too. And if there's someone you're around that you feel depleted energy-wise, you may need to seek God too. Like, should I have this person in my life? What or how much should I let them be in my life? I mean,
it's true.
It goes beyond just like workplaces. It goes to relationships, friendships, even like marriages, which is I mean, marriage, I think, oh, hello, Frankie. Oh, yes, poor little boy. He's having to, I know.
Oh, you're my baby.
If you feel like your energy is being depleted, seek God as to how and why.
Yeah.
And I believe he will show you.
He will. That's why he is constant energy. He is energy, and he will fill your tanks. I've had it happen to me. I know I've been depleted of energy, and I know a lot of it has been my fault because of things that I've went through that I just didn't want to deal with. So like I said, I would just keep myself busy and not deal with the emotions or deal with things that are going on mentally. But it's better to deal with it. And it's better to turn everything you have over to God. Because in the end, what you think you want to, that's another thing. What you think you want isn't always what you need.
Yes.
And it isn't always what you really want either. And I promise this, God will give you the desires of your heart, and he will give you the energy to do the desires of your heart.
Amen. Amen. And next week, we are going to be talking about prayer power, try prayer power, which I feel like this book does have a lot, but we'll get some
I
great
feel like
tidbits.
the energy one was deep.
Yeah, the energy one was deep. I know it seemed simple, but we were
I
like,
know, it's like rocket science to me.
When we come back, we're going to be going over the NFC and AFC championship games from the NFL, and I got a gummy bears where it's going to be like, ooh, family drama. Maybe she needs to deplete some energy with the people she has.
When it rolls, I'll be the catch you. When it falls, you be my only, and I'll be your all. And when it breaks and falls apart, I'll be the pieces of your broken heart. Hey everyone, Jackie Self here. Go and listen to my EP Looks Like Love wherever you stream music. And I can't wait to share the songs from my heart with you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fanzone!
Woo! Championship playoffs recap.
Woo! I lost the bet.
I won because I'm under her tutelage. I love that word. I heard someone use it the other day. Tutelage.
Yes, I can't come back because even if I pick the Super Bowl right, she picked both championship games. I know I was going out on a limb. So I owe you a pastrami sandwich from Redwood Smoke Shack, but I'm so excited to go. I already looked up the menu.
What are you getting?
I'm going to get their plate, and I'm going to get the pork and add a bun and get mac and cheese and their broccoli. So
we could just split it.
No.
Yeah, because then we should just do that. We should do it where we pick our numbers.
Oh, yeah, the score. Oh, so you want to...
scores, yeah.
Do you want to go double or not? Well... So we have the score and the team.
We do that with our family, so.
No, I'm going to accept defeat. It's okay.
Okay.
I accept defeat. It's okay. You
and
did
I don't
great.
even know what I'm doing. I'm just going by you. That's what's hilarious.
It's okay. I feel happy about it. You did great. I feel like this is a crazy Super Bowl. I'm still mad that we couldn't even get in the playoffs because
I know, I'm sorry.
The Patriots have like the easiest path, which... Some people say not because Drake May, they did have to play against hard defenses.
And
but
it's been 10 years.
Don't talk to me about that.
That's a long time ago, though. 10 years. Feels like a long time to me.
I know. I think they've been back before 10 years.
Oh, really?
It hasn't been 10 years because I remember when I was with a certain somebody, they were playing in the Super Bowl. So it's been 5 or 6 years.
How long has it been for the Seahawks?
Now, them 10 years because they had that horrible play.
Maybe I mixed them up with the
Yeah,
Patriots.
I think so. But yeah, they had that horrible play where they had to get in the end zone and then Russell Wilson intercepted the ball. So sad. I don't even, that game's going to be brought up a lot.
Okay, let's talk about the Broncos and the Patriots. What did you think about that game?
It's Sean Payton's fault.
I fell asleep. Sorry, guys.
Well, yeah, because it got
took a nap.
It got pretty boring once the snow came because nobody could do anything. I mean, people are saying, oh, we should have championship games in domes. And I'm like, no, I think that's part of the game. Sean Payton, which I know you
Why do you think it's Sean Payton's fault? That's the coach?
Yeah, because you got the quote from my mama.
Okay, I'll tell you what she said. I'm going to come to Tanya now. This is Kashmir's mom. So I asked her what she thought about the Patriots versus the Broncos. She said that they should have just kicked the field goal. Instead, they had to go for it on the 4th down. And she said if they would have just kicked the field goal, that game would have been tied. And then they would have won.
Yeah, in overtime.
I'm saying those words. She didn't say it like that.
Well, they should have did that because then I feel bad for the backup court guy. I mean, he was a backup. Sean Payton shouldn't have put him in that situation. He should have been looking at the weather forecast. Hello. I mean, you're in your biggest game of your life and you don't know the freaking weather.
It was a close game, though. So do you think the backup quarterback, did he do good or?
Well, no. So, I'm not going to put that play on him.
Yeah.
But then the next drive, he freaking pulled a Josh Allen and just hooked the ball. And then the Patriots got it and they got a touchdown, but the refs blew it dead, which that would have been like controversial. But Drake May did get the touchdown, and he used his legs. In the snow, he used his legs. They tried to kick field goals. Nobody could kick a freaking field goal. You couldn't see crap.
Yeah, that was crazy. I did wake up to that point.
Yeah.
When it was real snowy.
So I think if Bo Nix, the guy who got hurt for Denver, played, like, they would have won.
It would have been a different story.
I think so, but you never know. I mean,
what makes you go for the Denver, like, even my mom was asking me this. She's like, how do people pick teams? I'm like, I don't know. I said, I guess maybe where they're born or when they're little or they just have an affiliation towards like a coach or maybe a player.
Yeah, it just depends where you live. I mean, we moved to the East Coast, so that's why we picked the Ravens. And so it depends, but the Patriots are back in. We're not going to make our Super Bowl picks yet, though. I feel like we should save that till next week and get some Super Bowl hype going. But, you know, I'm also happy for Mike Vrabel. He's the coach, which I actually find him pretty attractive for an old guy.
Really? I didn't see him.
He played with Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so he won the Super Bowl with the Patriots, and now he's coaching them.
He's the coach of the Patriots.
Yeah, and they said a coach.
I did see him down on the field.
Yeah, sorry, I feel so
You're
bad.
always attractive for an older man.
So that doesn't mean I like 50-year-olds, okay?
That's funny.
But so yeah, he could be the first coach to win a Super Bowl as a player and as a coach.
Wow.
But Tennessee should be crapping their pants right now.
Why?
They fired him.
Ooh.
I know.
Oh, they must be crapping their pants.
He won Coach of the Year with Tennessee. He had Derrick Henry on his team, and he beat us in the playoffs. So, I mean, there's some beef with Ravens fans and him. I don't know why, though. I just think he's like a great, tough guy. He took a team
That's cool.
that only won 4 games last year, and now they're in the Super Bowl this year.
That's awesome.
So I feel like this is a...
So you're for the Patriots coach.
Yes. I don't like the Patriots, but I think it gives hope for other teams that there can be.
So maybe a Cinderella story like you were going to tell me?
Yeah, about Sam Darnold, which TikTok wasn't working on Sunday, and I'm kind of glad it did because that was the only place I didn't get to give my completely wrong about Sam Darnold.
2 cents.
So I'm going to say it. Sam Darnold, I am so sorry I doubted you. I am so sorry I didn't believe in you. I called you an interception fiasco, man.
I asked my sister, Tanya, her mother, and she believed in you, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, but I did not. So I'm saying sorry, and... unless you prove me wrong in the Super Bowl, but...
I will say this. I got a quote from my sister, so I asked her what she thought about the Rams and the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought when the special teams, when the ball bounced off of...
that guy.
Off the guy, and then he fell back, and then I guess they intercepted and got the touchdown. She said that was bad. But I asked her if she thought Sam Darnold was a Cinderella story like you were hearing. She does not believe so. But she says he did have to work with a lot of crappy teams, and now he has a great team.
Well, okay, I'm gonna...
That's her mother's opinion.
That's my mom's opinion.
Who is the...
OG sports person.
OG sports person listening to Joe Rogan back in the day.
No, Jim Rome.
Oh, sorry, Jim Rome. Oh, Joe Rogan, sorry.
Jim Rome,
Listen to Jim Rome back in the day.
So here's why I think he is like a Cinderella story.
Okay,
So
tell me. I love Cinderella stories.
So he got drafted from the Jets in 2018, the same draft class as Lamar and Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield, and people are all saying, oh, he's the first one to get there.
Wow.
Which is great. He played for the Jets. The Jets suck. Like, they're just a crappy organization. Then he played for the Panthers. Sucked. Like, it was a bad situation. And then he got to be under the 49ers as Brock Purdy's backup quarterback.
Oh.
And so he did clarify, too. He said, I did get to the Super Bowl in 2023, which he did just as a backup.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Minnesota, and J.J. McCarthy's the starting quarterback, and he gets hurt. And Sam Darnold comes in, and he wins 14 out of 3 or so many games. And he, like, made them where they almost were the number 1 seed or won the division. But then the last 2 games, he had some interceptions. So Minnesota didn't want him back. They're like, no, we're going to go with our little boy, JJ, which I think Vikings fans are like...
They don't like JJ?
No, he sucked this year. And they really had a great team with Sam Darnold, but they were like showing Sam Darnold the door. And then the Seahawks got him. And then Sam, he did struggle against the Rams this year with interceptions, so I'm not baseless by saying why I had theories.
I heard that.
But he played great against the Niners and exceptional against the Rams. Like, the Rams defense, they let Matthew Stafford down. Like, Matthew Stafford, he was doing great, except for that botch thing. I mean, they even had a chance because Seattle, you know what they did?
What?
They stopped Matthew Stafford, and then their freaking little defensive guy, he taunted the sideline and then gave the Rams the first down, and then boom, they threw a touchdown.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, this was a great game, neck and neck to the end.
That's cool.
But Sam, he showed up. He had great throws, and I just think it's...
She takes it back, Sam.
I do. I take it back.
And I believed in you, and I didn't even know why.
And it's great, too, because it's our former defensive coordinator who was great, Mike McDonald. So hopefully this means, like, the Ravens, because we have a new
Hopefully
coach.
Lamar will be a part of that group. He'll get to make it to the Super Bowl.
The only thing I'm sad about is there's only one more game.
I know. Then we can fan zone other things.
But, I mean, did you enjoy it, though? And I forgot about the best part. We had pizza yesterday.
Oh, it was really good, too.
Mhm.
Yep, my sister made it, and she made special dough for Papa, my dad.
Yeah, she made homemade dough with whole wheat flour instead of regular flour, but it was really good.
It was really good. I was surprised.
Yeah, and she rolled it out and everything, and it was
delicious.
so great. And it was just, I think we have a video or a picture we could show of the pizza, and it was great for our tradition. We'll talk about Super Bowl next week, but just a crazy season. Who would have guessed it?
I know, but now you don't have to have no stress because you don't have to worry about your team.
It's true. Well, we did. Oh my gosh, duh. We hired Jesse Minter.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yeah,
We were going to talk about that.
Yeah, we have a
You
new
have a man.
We have a new man. He is a defensive-minded coach, and he
That's exciting.
some people weren't happy because he came from the Harbaugh tree, like he worked under John and Jim. But you know what? He's a defensive-minded coach. Some people thought we should go offense for Lamar, but our defense has been crappy, and we need to get that shored up.
They need their mojo back.
Yeah, and
They need their energy.
And I feel, well, maybe that's why they weren't winning, is they had bad energy
Maybe
riffs.
they had bad mindsets.
I think they did.
Yeah.
And hopefully, too, they're looking for like an offensive coordinator who's going to run the offense under Jesse Minter. And it's just exciting. I think when the episode's out, they'll have the press conference because that's when they're doing it.
Okay.
Some people also said, why couldn't we have waited for like, what's his name? Oh my gosh. He's the Seattle's offensive coordinator.
Sorry,
we
guys.
wouldn't get to interview him till after the Super Bowl anyways, and that's just too long. We have our man, Jesse Minter.
They're excited about him, though.
I am.
Everybody
No, there's
seemed
some
excited.
bad people like, but I'm excited about it.
You always have the jibba-jibba-jeez.
I am excited about it. I am just looking forward to this next chapter, and I just really hope that, both us and John, because I like seeing John's press conferences too. I hope that we both are successful in our new endeavors.
Exciting, me too.
So now to gummy bears. This one I found on Reddit, of course. That's been my go-to lately. Am I the a-hole for refusing to attend my sister's wedding after what I overheard her say about me?
Uh-oh.
Just off the top.
I just don't know if I would want to miss my sister's wedding. That would be so sad.
I know, because that is a very monumental thing. 26 female, need an outside perspective because my entire family is split, and I honestly don't know if I'm overreacting or finally standing up for myself.
No.
My sister, Emily, 30 female, is getting married in 2 months. Growing up, we were never super close. She was always the golden child. If you know, you know. And I was kind of just there. Not ignored per se, but definitely not celebrated the same way. Still, I agreed to be a bridesmaid because my mom begged me and said it would mean the world to Emily. Planning has been super stressful, but nothing crazy until last weekend. Emily had a small bachelorette weekend at an Airbnb. There were 7 of us total, and on the second night, I went upstairs early because I had a headache and I wasn't feeling well. Around midnight, I realized I left my charger downstairs, so I went back down. Quietly, though, because I didn't want to wake anyone who might have already been asleep. That's when I overheard Emily talking to the maid of honor.
Uh-oh.
She didn't know I was on the stairs. She was drunk, laughing, and said, I only asked her to be a bridesmaid so my mom would shut up. She's always ruining things anyways. I swear to God, if she shows up looking for attention, I'll lose it. Her friend laughed and said something like, well, at least you'll look better next to her. So Emily said, exactly. It's kind of a win-win. I froze. I felt like I couldn't breathe. For context, I've struggled with my confidence for years, especially compared to Emily. She knows this. She's made comments my whole life about my weight, my hair, my clothes, and has always framed it as helpful advice. I went back upstairs and didn't say anything the rest of the weekend. When we got home, I sent her a message saying I was stepping down as a bridesmaid and wouldn't attend the wedding. Ooh.
Wow.
And I didn't explain why at first. I just said I needed space and wished her the best. And then there is an edit for clarification. But after I stepped down, she kept pushing for a reason and why I stepped down and that it didn't make sense, that I was once again being dramatic as always. I didn't tell her exactly what I heard, but I did tell her that I overheard a conversation at the bachelorette party that really hurt me. She put 2 and 2 together on her own after that. Then she lost it. She called me crying, saying I was purposely sabotaging her big day, that I was being dramatic, and that everyone says things they don't mean when they're drunk, shaking my head. My mom called me the next day and said I was punishing the whole family over a misunderstanding. My dad says I should be the bigger person. Here's where it gets worse. Yesterday, Emily posted in the bridesmaid group chat that I forgot I was still in, that she's heartbroken I'm abandoning her and that she never meant to hurt me. But she never apologized. Not once. Now, half my family is texting me saying I'm selfish, and the other half is telling me I finally did what they wish I had the courage to do. I haven't responded to anyone yet. Am I the a-hole for refusing to go to her wedding after overhearing that conversation? I'm conflicted and don't know what to do. And part of me is telling myself that I am.
I don't know their dynamic.
It doesn't sound good.
She's already trying to make her out like she's this person that will sabotage. So I probably would have been one I would have just ignored it and act like I didn't hear it. And then still went to the wedding and been in the wedding just to not even cause problems. I don't think she's an asshole. I think that she doesn't know how to deal with her sister. And they don't seem to have a very good relationship. But that's just me saying from what you're just telling me.
No, I don't know. I think I would probably confide in people. Like, it seems like they don't have a good relationship, and I would
was
suck it
thinking
up.
sometimes you do say stuff when you're drunk and you're stupid, but I don't know their relationship either.
It sounds like she was like, but she didn't know she was there.
She didn't know she was there. And I don't know, do you really want to ruin your sister's wedding and cause such drama?
I don't think I would want to. I think I would be ticked off, though.
I'd be mad, but just like you said, find people you can confide in about it, but still go to the wedding and be her bridesmaid, and you know who your sister is.
Yeah. Right.
It sounds like she got really hurt by the part where she would look ugly next to her.
Yeah, I think it's something like an insecurity she has.
Yeah.
And then growing up, like them making her the golden child.
People do that, though. I've witnessed that happen in a family, and it's whacked.
It is. And it does cause like insecurities, and it's just causes drama. I'm wondering if they have other siblings, but they did say they didn't mention that. But
No.
okay, but here's an update. And this is pretty recent. This is January 17th.
Oh, wow.
I know. Very recent. I wonder if we'll get an update, but here's this update.
Okay.
So firstly, I want to say I don't really know how to update, so I'm doing it this way. Sorry if it's not right, but wow, I did not expect my post to blow up the way it did. And I've read almost everyone's comments, and I wanted to clarify a few things and give an update because things have escalated very quickly. First, thank you to everyone who validated that what I overheard wasn't nothing. I genuinely started questioning my own sanity after my family got involved. It's been rough and I've been drained. Now for the update, which I don't know, how would you as like a mom, if you had 2 daughters and that happened? I think the part of her not apologizing,
I would want them to reconcile.
yeah, I think so too. Emily showed up at my apartment unannounced about an hour-ish ago. Like Jesus, can it get any worse? I was ignoring all of her calls and texts, so she thought that this would be the next best thing to do. Like what? She said she wanted to talk like adults and clear the air. Well, against my better judgment, I let her in. At first, she cried. A lot. This is the usual go-to, just want to say. She said she felt attacked and that I'm being unreasonable and that I'm trying to turn our family against her, which is not at all what is happening. I let her speak. Until then, I asked her directly if she remembered what she said at the bachelorette party, and she went quiet and just stared at me. It was awkward as heck. After that awkward long pause, she admitted she remembered it, but she said I took it out of context. According to her, she didn't mean that I always ruin things, just that I stress her out because I'm sensitive and need reassurance. She said the comment about my looks was obviously a joke and that her friend didn't mean it that way. I swear to God, it took everything in me not to lose my shit. I asked her why. If it was harmless, did she never apologize? She said, and I'm not exaggerating, because apologizing would mean I did something wrong, and I didn't. Then the post said, "Are you kidding me?" All caps.
Yeah.
Then that's when I told her I wasn't coming to the wedding, period, and that she needed to leave my place now before I did something I regret. Yes, I know I let my anger get the best of me. She snapped. She accused me of being jealous of her life, her relationship, and the attention she's getting. She said I've always played the victim and that this was just another example. Ooh. Then
Wow.
she said something that honestly broke whatever was left of our relationship. "You should be grateful I even included you. People would notice if you weren't there." I think she meant to say people wouldn't notice if you weren't there.
Oh.
Or maybe not. But all she said is, "You should be grateful I even include you." I told her to leave. GTFO now. Get the F out. And that she was a vile human being and she got up, slammed my door, and left. Now, 20-ish minutes ago, my mom called me screaming. Apparently, Emily told her that I attacked her, that I called her a narcissist, and that I threatened to ruin the wedding. None of that is true, but my mom will not listen to me no matter what I say. It's like talking to a brick wall and it hurts. My cousin, who was also at the bachelorette weekend, texted me. I'm talking with her now. She said she overheard the same conversation I did, but even heard more than what I had heard. According to her, Emily also complained that I'd look bad in photos and that she hoped I wouldn't get emotional and cry, and joked about putting me at the end of the bridesmaid line so I could be easily cropped out. Like, I genuinely don't know how to handle my emotions right now. My cousin is apologizing for not telling me sooner, and she said she feels sick about it now. So yeah, as of now, I'm officially not attending the wedding. Emily has blocked me. Good riddance, honestly. My mom says I've destroyed the family, which I feel guilty for, but like, what else am I supposed to do? And I'm being uninvited from future family events unless I fix this. I still feel awful, but I don't feel wrong. I guess I will update more tomorrow or whenever I can. Sleeping tonight is going to be rough. I'm being blown up and just need a damn break.
Ooh, well, I don't know. I'm like, they don't have a healthy relationship at all.
No.
I don't think I would want to be in her wedding. I mean, that's sad. Like, she's basically saying she's like, what, the fat, ugly one that has to be on the end and get chopped off out of the picture? That's the way I took it.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of ill will that's led up to this.
I think so. And I'm going to look at Emily's perspective. She thinks that her sister always plays the victim and plays the victim card too.
Yes. So we don't know.
But I don't know if I would.
And maybe she does play the victim since she's insecure about her looks and her weight. That's what I'm gathering from it, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it
I'm
seems
not
like that.
judging. I'm not judging. I just,
Well, it actually does seem like that if she's the golden child. She's probably the thinner one. She probably
Yeah.
has her life together. She probably did good in school. Now she's getting married.
I think she just should have told her sister, I'm sorry for saying that about you,
I was drunk.
but it don't seem like they have a good relationship anyways.
No,
And it sounds like she wasn't even going to have her in the wedding.
no.
And the mom made it happen. So I don't know. I mean, is it right to put yourself in that position where your sister doesn't even value and thinks you're disgusting and you're not even good enough to be in her wedding or be in her picture?
Oh my gosh, it's like the energy thing we talked
Yeah,
about.
I know. And I'm like, why did the cousin even have to tell her that? See, I don't like that. I don't like it when people tell you more stuff and have to add on. To me, they just added more poop to her plate.
Well, I mean, I kind of would want to.
Would you want to know that? I wouldn't.
Well, I would want to know because she wouldn't apologize at all for just what she thought she heard, but she
Okay.
went on extra. Like she
She
piled
did.
on.
And then she went to the mom and made it like she was the crazy one. Yeah.
And the mom's believing the sister that she's the crazy one.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, you should have told cousin.
I think so because, I mean, if you only heard her just be like, oh, like, she's lucky she's in the wedding and like you
It
look
just
prettier.
really hurt her feelings.
That would hurt my
It
feelings.
would hurt mine too, but that's what it is. It really hurt her feelings, and she doesn't have thick skin. She can't take it.
No, and then the sister's like, I'm
Yeah.
not sorry, and you should just stop being a drama queen.
Yeah, and just come to my wedding and kiss my butt. But I mean, do you want to lose your family and your mom?
The family thing's hard because she's not invited to family events at all.
That doesn't sound right. Like, the mom's not going to invite her anymore? Or
Yeah.
the dad? That's weird. Yeah, something is not right.
I think they favor the Emily daughter.
I
and
would
they
like to
cater
hear
to
both
her.
sides.
It seems like they cater to her and that she gets her way and she pushes her way around. That's what I'm gathering because she didn't think she had to apologize. She went to her house and like,
I just know some people, though, like I've seen this relationship between two people, And the one that isn't doted over can turn really evil too.
Yeah, it's true. She seems like she has a lot of resentment over.
We've seen this. I'm not going to say their names, but I've seen 2 people that had this happen to them by their parents.
Yeah.
And one can be super evil because the other one doesn't see themselves because they're treated so great.
And then because they're treated so great, then they treat people bad too.
Yeah, and then the other one that isn't treated great treats people bad too because they're not treated great.
And it's a horrible dynamic.
It's a bad cycle.
Bad. I am curious to hear an update, but it just seems sad. I don't know. That family just seems not good.
Very dysfunctional.
Not good for her energy.
And if she's already cut off from family functions, we'll just
have your own life, make new friends, be with the cousin who I guess likes you, and
that's really hard. I don't know.
I think I would have sucked it up.
I don't know.
Would you have sucked it? I don't know though.
I don't see it's hard. If you're emotional and they both seem very emotional, it's going to be hard to pave a path. The mom should have did that. The mom should have been more help.
I think so, and not took the...
I'm going to blame the mom.
Oh, that's a good idea. It's the mom's fault. Mom's fault.
You should have paved the path.
For forgiveness and reconciliation. Because I felt like if she would have apologized, I think it would have been fine.
Yeah.
And the mom is just taking the golden daughter's opinion. Well, if you have any crazy stories you'd like to share with us or just get a hold of us, talk about politics, are you wanting to have a new year, new you? How can they get a hold of us?
Yes, you can text us at 757-756-7487, our pink little iPhone, or you can email us connect@KNOWBUDDIES757.com.
We would love to hear from you. We also have our blogs all updated on the nobody757.com, our website where we have all our segments and all our episodes if you'd like to catch up and watch. Or you can sign up for our newsletter where you get additional tidbits from us. And yeah, it was a great week. We're praying for, good outcome.
Yes,
good outcome.
Pray for America.
Pray for America.
Peace, love, and tranquility and serenity.
And I'm praying for snow. We didn't get snow here, but there's a chance. I see it on my Doppler.
Exciting. I want snow too.
I'm Kashmir.
I'm Jackie.
And we are the Nobodies.
757.
Want to be in the know?
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Listen to us on all podcast platforms.
Follow us on all our socials.
Visit our website, thenobody757.com. I'm Kashmir.
I'm Jackie.
And we are
the Nobodies. 757.